Hello. I am sorry that we can't physically gather as a community of staff and students to share this year's Act of Remembrance. I am grateful, however, that we are able to meet in a hybrid manner this year to reflect on our world with all its ongoing conflicts and tensions, and to show our gratitude for all those past and present who have and are working to bring an end to conflict, some of whom have made the ultimate sacrifice, giving of their own lives to secure a safer world for us. Most importantly, it is good to have this opportunity to share together once more our commitment to work together to create peaceful and respectful societies, both within our college campuses and within our local communities. We are a college community with a set of values at our heart and a shared commitment to demonstrate behaviours which show strong respect for each and every one of us. Today's Act of Remembrance reminds us about how important this is as we live, work and study in a world where local, national and global tensions continue to have a profound impact. Thank you all for your commitment, and let us now share this through our Act of Remembrance.
We take this moment to acknowledge the reality of conflict, to remember lives lost or changed because of war. We do not come to celebrate, but to mourn the loss of life and the loss of peace. We meet as a symbol that armed conflict does not have to be the path to resolution.
Let us remember the two world wars and other conflicts which have devastated the lives of so many in the last 100 years. We think especially of those known to us.
We think of those who fought and gave their lives in a spirit of patriotism and duty, those who went reluctantly to a war not for their own making. We think of those who did not return, or those who returned injured or scarred in body or in mind, and of those unable to return to their own homes.
Let us remember the horrific effects of the world's use of weapons and how the Act of Remembrance changed the world.
We think of the suffering of those at the hands of acts of violence. We think of those who campaigned for disarmament and those involved in negotiations to secure peace. We think of those who have lost their lives trying to escape from brutality.
Let us remember those who are working and fighting for peace and justice around the world.
We think of those who are torn between their desire for peaceful protest and the demand for armed struggle, and of those facing the despair of seeing no solution but violence.
Let us remember those who are caught up in the violence and strife throughout the world.
We think of those who are victims of terrorism and of authoritized brutality. We think of those who are caught up in a spiral of violence and revenge, and of those who grew up in a world shaped by fear and anger.
Let us remember those who in living memory we have been taught to label as our enemies.
We think of those whom throughout the years we have called enemy. We think of them, people like ourselves, remembering their dead, struggling to forgive and overcome bitterness, praying and hoping for peace.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Let us remember the men and women of all nations who have died as a result of war, those who we have known and whose memory we treasure, those we never knew, and those who died unknown. We will remember all who have lived in hope but died in vain, the tortured, the innocent, the starving and the exiled, the imprisoned, the oppressed, and the disappeared. We will remember them.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.